How do you become rich? And I'm not talking about strategy. I'm talking about how do you live? How do you live richly? I've got 7 ways coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I am the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button and share this. Share this as well because we need this. We need this level of thinking, this approach to life. Gosh, in a 2020 year, for sure, right now we do. So I'm a certified financial planner, okay, for a couple decades, and I've worked on this team with lots of other certified financial planners who we all work together to serve our clients. As well on our team, CPAs and insurance professionals and all sorts of financial experts, all collaborating, working together to serve you, to serve our clients, and make sure you've got clarity, confidence, and creativity in your financial life. That's what you need. That's what you hire a certified financial planner for. Clarity, confidence, and creativity. Something you don't know, a strategy you haven't thought of. And so that's what we do. And we love it, right? And we manage investments, we prepare taxes and all that sort of stuff, but we do planning. Oh, and it's so good. It is so helpful. It's where real life and finances collide. So with that in mind, how do you become rich? A lot of that strategy, a lot of it is, you know, you got to save this much, you got to invest this way, you got to start at this time, you got to, avoid these mistakes, all that stuff. But living rich is more than just dollars and cents. I've seen people live richly with not making that much money and not a big net worth. And I've seen people not live richly with a few $1,000,000 and a big paycheck. So how do you live rich? And I sort of thought through it, and there's 7 ways to me that really stand out. And these are ways that you can apply to live richly. I'm going to hit them fast, but here's all 7. Okay, so here we go. The very first one, don't compare your finances. Don't compare your finances. Don't compare your finances to your neighbor, to your family member, to your to your coworker, to your best friend, right? Don't play the compare game. It will rob your joy, right? Everyone's financial situation, whether your life is so similar you came from the same parents, whether your life is so similar you work in the next office and you have the exact same job, whether your life is so similar you went to the same high school, same college, and you're buddies and you're going to be friends to the end. You have no idea the differences, the unique things in your financial life that make you different. And when you live the compare game, you're not living your own financial life. You're living someone else's, or you're trying to. And that often leads us to making significant financial mistakes. So just don't do it. Disarm that compare game, that keeping up with the Joneses. Be content. You want to live richly, you want to be rich. Don't play the compare game. Be content. Now, second, if you want to be rich, live richly, I would tell you you've got to save. You've got to save. You've got to save money, right? The only way to have money someday in the future is to make this much and spend less and save the difference. That's the way to do it. And so one way to live richly is to be saving for your future. There is a psychological benefit and obviously a tangible benefit. We always hear this saying, make sure you live within your means. The truth is, guys, that really means you've got to live below your means. And that's not fun. I mean, don't hit the thumbs down button. I'm just telling you, that's the way you make money, is you earn this, you spend this. That's it. And then what are you going to do with the difference here? What are you going to do with the difference? You've got to be saving money. You've got to be saving money. Okay. So that's the second thing. You want to live richly. You've got to be saving. You've got to be saving. The third, and this is counterintuitive, you've got to be giving. You've got to be giving. You've got to be giving of your time, your talent, your treasure, right? You've got to be giving of your time. Believe it or not, there is a benefit to you. This isn't the motivation to give, but you receive. So when you are giving of your time, volunteering, whatever, that is enriching to your life. When you're giving of your talent, your skill set, that could be something like serving on a board. That could just be helping your grandchild with math. Don't do that, by the way. They've got a weird way of doing math now. The wisdom that you have, passing that on to your grandkids, to your kids, that is giving. And when you've got the resources, giving of your treasure as well, giving of your resources, tithing and so on, that's critically important, and that helps you live a rich life. By the way, it disarms that very first one, which is the comparing to others. When you're giving, when you're generous, that helps you avoid playing that compare game. COVID has helped us with this fourth one, and that is have experiences. Be rich in experiences. My brother actually is getting away from the whole Christmas gift thing with his kids, and all that is going towards an experience. Wouldn't you hate to be his kid? No, but I'm serious. Like, hey, instead of big gifts, we're going to go do this together. And so, and I think right now with COVID, as everything is weird, I think we treasure those experiences. How many times have you just been sitting at home in quarantine, whatever, scrolling through your phone, looking at pictures, right? That's those experiences, those memories. You've got to be rich in those, not just rich in a bank account or an investment account. And being rich in experiences lends right into the next area, which is being rich with family and your faith, regardless of what that faith is. I have found, and I bet you have as well, that folks that are rich, have abundance, and have joy are folks that have treasured relationships with your family. And we've all got those tensions in our family and our relationships. I know that. But being rich and living richly, having abundance is restoring those and making sure those relationships are strong, and living out your faith, whatever faith that may be. Those that, to me, I've seen really disarm a lot of these and line up with a lot of these are folks that have faith and that they live according to it, whatever that faith may be. The sixth area to be rich, I don't know. I've seen it with a lot of people where they waste all of their health, burn themselves out to get money, and then they use all of their money to try and get healthy. Have you ever thought that? And I feel like a lot of millennials might have this right, where they're trying to gain experiences and have a more measured pace of life. It's interesting because we're in this technological world where all of this technology is designed to make things easier and faster. And sometimes that crowds out some ability to do certain things, and we neglect our health, right? And so I would tell you, making sure that you are living a healthy lifestyle, that you restore, that you have good health, and that you have healthy habits. And listen, I'm preaching to the choir. I'm recording this, but I'm going to be watching it as well, because my health is not where it needs to be. Right? And those of you that know me personally or are big fans of the Wise Money Show and know this, I've got to be working on my health. I know that. And I would tell you, it's hard to be a rich person, to live richly, if your health is deteriorating. Now, obviously, there's things outside of our control with that. But there's a lot of stuff in our own control to live richly and have a great health. And finally, I would say that the folks that live richly, that have abundance, that are rich, they do have balance. Because how can you do any of these six without having the right balance? How can you save? How can you not compare and be content? How can you have experiences? I mean, almost this list of the first six are at odds with each other. They're at war with each other. How can you earn enough and live on what's left if you're also having balance? Well, you've got to apply the right guardrails in your life so you've got balance. So you've got time to invest in your relationships, your family, your faith, that you make enough money that you can live contently on less than that, saving the difference. You've got balance so that you can work hard at a great job that you love and care about, and also make sure you're not destroying or deteriorating your health. A lot of this, living richly, is going to be about balance. And in this day and age, we're all going too fast. We're all going too fast. I am as well. Striking the right balance. So, strategy is required to build that net worth, without a doubt, and that's my job, right? But financial planning is about those strategies and the life that you're called to. And for those of you that are wanting to live a rich life, an abundant life, it requires both strategy and sort of this perspective of the intangibles, right? And this list of 7 really ways to live richly. I encourage you to apply that to your life, especially right now. I don't know when you're consuming this, recorded pretty close to the new year. I would just encourage you, as you're reflecting on 2020 and looking forward to 2021, how can you live more richly? Some of it might deal with that net worth and that strategy. Consider these 7 as ways to do it, aside from or in addition to strategy. If you need a certified financial planner who's a fiduciary to help you with strategy as well as everything else you're called to in life, make sure you live richly, you can always contact our team of CFPs. You can find us online, corehorn.com, that's Corehorn with a K, or wisemoneyshow.com, or just send us an email, info@corehorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.